Hello students, in the last lecture we completed carbohydrate digestion by the enzymes or chemicals, with the help of enzymes or chemicals, right? In this video we will discuss the next biomolecule in our diet. What is that? Protein. So we will start with we will begin with digestion of which one? Proteins. Okay, before going to protein digestion, remember the proteins, what we say, proteins are made up of simple units called amino acids. Like a large starch molecule is made up of simple unit called glucose. In the same way, amino acids, what we say, amino acids are the simple units. Many such amino acids, they join and they form a very complex structure called what? Proteins. Say for example, this is one amino acid joined to another amino acid. Such large number of amino acids, they join and form what? A complex structure called protein. My question is, if you eat this protein, when the protein passes through your alimentary canal, is it possible the alimentary canal can directly absorb the protein only? No. ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟರಿ ಕೆನಾಲ್ ಇಂದ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತಾದ್ರೆ large number of holes should be present, alwa. If holes are there, there will be leakage again. So remember, why the protein should be digested? Answer is, proteins are very larger, very complex structure. We cannot absorb it directly. So what to be done? The protein bonds should be broken down and the end product called what should be formed? Amino acid should be formed. How exactly? Now, the food rich with proteins, you are first placing in the oral cavity. In oral cavity, I will write. Now my first question is, go through the list and tell me, is there any protein digesting enzyme in your saliva? Check ಮಾಡಿ ಒಮ್ಮೆ. Answer is no. There is carbohydrate digesting, but there is no protein digesting. So the next question, is there any protein digestion in my oral cavity? Answer is no. ಯಾವುದೇ protein digestion ನಮ್ಮ oral cavity ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Proteins just mix with the saliva. That protein comes to stomach, okay, directly stomach. So in the exam you need not to write this, but you should know that there is no protein digestion in the oral cavity. Why? Because there are no protein digesting enzyme in our saliva. So the digestion of protein, it all begin where? In the stomach. So we have to directly start from stomach. In stomach there is gastric juice. Check the list and tell me, is there any protein digesting enzyme? Yes, there are two. One is pepsinogen, another one is prorenin. Both are protein digesting enzyme. Out of the two, first one is very important. What is that? Pepsinogen is very important. But the pepsinogen, a protein breaking down enzyme, it is in which form? Active or inactive? It is inactive enzyme. At the time of action, when the pepsinogen want to act on protein, the pepsinogen should be activated. Now in your stomach, in your gastric juice, there is a protein digesting enzyme called pepsinogen. Dear students, I will not focus on prorenin. Why? I will tell you. In our case, the very important protein digesting enzyme is pepsinogen in our gastric juice, but it is in the inactive form. The inactive pepsinogen is converted to active what? Pepsin. The active enzyme is pepsin with the help of the acidic nature of the stomach. The acidic nature of the stomach or gastric juice is because of HCl. So what is the function of HCl? HCl convert inactive pepsinogen into active pepsin. Once pepsin is formed, the proteins in your stomach that you have eaten already, The proteins in the presence of which enzyme? In the presence of pepsin, they are broken down to not amino acid, small fragments, few amino acids. Those fragment andre chikka piece galu. The pieces of protein formed by the action of pepsin are called proteoses and peptones. Dear students, I repeat this. When pepsin break down the very long chain of amino acid or the protein, the fragments of protein are formed. Pieces of protein are formed with various number of amino acid. Based on their size, we call those pieces of protein or fragments of protein as proteoses and peptones. If you want, you can note down. These are the fragments of protein with various size. What exactly the size, that we will discuss in the chapter biomolecule in detail. For time being, you understand that these are the fragments of what? Protein. Clear? Now, in your stomach, all proteins cannot be digested. Even it is difficult to tell what percentage also. Some amount of protein is converted to proteoses and peptones. Okay. The remaining protein which is not digested, remaining protein as well as the already formed proteoses and peptones from your stomach, they move to where? Next part, where it is small intestine. In small intestine, three juices are there. Number one, bile juice. We need not to speak about its action. Why? Its one and only job is what? Lipid digestion. We will discuss there. What is the next juice present in the small intestine? I will just write bile juice. Okay. Need not write it in the exam. The next very important is pancreatic juice. Please check and tell me, is there any protein digesting enzyme in the pancreatic juice? Yes, there are three enzymes. What are they? Proteoses, peptones, I'm very sorry. Trypsinogen, chymotrypsinogen, procarboxypeptidase. The three enzymes are: number one, trypsinogen. And all the three are active or inactive. Trypsinogen, they are in the inactive form. They should be activated. What happens is, in your small intestine, the inactive trypsinogen is converted to an active form called what? Trypsin. Who will help in this conversion? An enzyme called enterokinase. Have you heard about enterokinase? Enterokinase is a activating enzyme present in the intestinal juice. Check the list of intestinal juice. In that, there is an enzyme called enterokinase. It is not a breaking down enzyme. It is an activating enzyme. The enterokinase of which juice? Intestinal juice convert trypsinogen of the pancreatic juice into trypsin. Once trypsin is formed, the remaining two inactive enzymes, what are they? They are chymotrypsinogen and one more is procarboxypeptidase. Right now, the remaining two inactive enzymes are chymotrypsinogen and procarboxypeptidase in the presence of what itself? Trypsin itself. The trypsin itself convert them into active form like chymotrypsin and carboxypeptidase. Carboxypeptidase. I repeat it once again, dear students. Try to understand. The three inactive enzymes of pancreatic juice, among which the trypsinogen conversion is very important. Say for example, due to some reason, your intestinal juice is unable to produce enterokinase. ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇಂದ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇಂಟೆಸ್ಟೈನಲ್ ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಟೆರೋಕೈನೇಸ್ ಅನ್ನುವ ಎನ್ಸೈಮ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವ. what may happen? Do trypsinogen is converted to trypsin? No. If trypsin is formed, these two converted to active form? No. Do protein digestion will be complete? Answer is no. So, to complete the protein digestion, it is very important the enterokinase of intestinal juice, as it convert trypsinogen to trypsin, it is an active form. Trypsin itself convert chymotrypsinogen to chymotrypsin, procarboxypeptidase to carboxypeptidase. So, the three active protein digesting enzymes are trypsin, chymotrypsin, carboxypeptidase. All these three act on remaining protein. Only some amount of protein digested in the stomach. ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ part ಮಾತ್ರ ನಿಮ್ಮ stomach ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ digest ಆಗಿದೆ. Now, in the small intestine, try to understand the remaining proteins in the presence of the three active enzymes. What are they? They are trypsin, recall, ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರಿ, ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, chymotrypsin, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಯಾವುದು? Procarboxy ಅಂದ್ರೆ inactive, carboxypeptidase. Okay, carboxypeptidase, which convert all the proteins into dipeptides. The already present, the remaining proteins, as well as the already formed, you have to write down which one also, proteoses also, even the peptones also. The already formed proteoses, peptones, and the remaining proteins, all in the presence of three enzyme converted to dipeptide. And I am sure that you have an idea of dipeptide. I told you disaccharide in my last lecture. Here, what do you mean by dipeptide? Made up of two amino acids, finally broken down to dipeptide. These dipeptides, in the presence of next juice in your small intestine, what is that? Succus entericus, nothing but intestinal juice. Check the list. Is there any enzyme? Yes, there is an enzyme called dipeptidase. The already formed dipeptides, in the presence of dipeptidase, they are finally converted to what? The simple units called amino acids, which are the end products of protein digestion. So amino acids are the end products of protein digestion. I repeat it once again. 5-mark question, very important. You have to start your answer like this. The digestion of protein, it directly begins in stomach. That means you have to keep in your mind, there is no protein digestion in the oral cavity. Okay, so your line answer begins as, it begins in stomach, where pepsinogen, which is in the inactive form, converted to active pepsin by HCl. Some amount of proteins are broken down to its smaller fragments called proteoses and peptones. ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಏನು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, they are various sized pieces, okay, with the help of which enzyme? Pepsin. Now, the remaining proteins, proteoses, peptones, move to small intestine. In that region, in the presence of pancreatic juice, okay, having an enzyme called trypsinogen, which is activated to trypsin with the help of enterokinase of intestinal juice. 1-mark question. Name the trypsinogen activating enzyme of intestinal juice. Your answer is enterokinase. Next line. Once trypsin is formed, it itself convert the remaining two inactive enzymes like chymotrypsinogen to chymotrypsin, procarboxypeptidase to carboxypeptidase. Next line. So, the remaining proteins, already formed proteoses, peptones. Everything in the presence of these three enzymes are broken down to dipeptides. Whether dipeptides are simple units? No. What do you mean by dipeptide? Dipeptide is the one which is made up of how many amino acid? 2 amino acids. Okay, so finally the dipeptides in the presence of dipeptidase of intestinal juice broken down to amino acids. Amino acids are the next line, last line. Amino acids are the end products of protein digestion. Amino acids can easily absorbed and added to your blood. Is that clear? Now, while discussing this, take a note. Okay, just you should know this concept. When we discuss about stomach, one gastric juice protein digesting enzyme is pepsinogen. Dear students, which is the another one? It is prorenin. You need not to write this in the exam, but it is very important. Okay, prorenin, need very important. Prorenin is an inactive enzyme which is activated to what? Renin. Once again, by whom? HCl. Once this renin is formed, the renin enzyme can act on a milk protein. Can you tell me an example for milk carbohydrate? What is your answer? I repeat the question. Give an example for milk carbohydrate. Your answer is lactose. What we discussed in the last session, right? Lactose is a milk carbohydrate. But ಈಗ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿರೋದು ಯಾವುದು? Milk protein. What is that milk protein? Casein. Okay, milk alli iruva protein ಯಾವುದು? Casein. This milk protein, right, which is rich in the mammalian milk, in the presence of renin, the casein in the stomach first converted to paracasein. It is first converted to what? Paracasein. Once this paracasein is formed, the paracasein once again in the presence of which enzyme? Renin, as well as in the presence of calcium in the stomach, it is converted to calcium paracaseinate. It is converted to what? Calcium paracaseinate. If you observe this calcium paracaseinate formed in the stomach, it is nothing but curd. Mosaru anta eno heltiralva, halinda formation of the curd, mosaru. So calcium paracaseinate is nothing but the mosaru or the curd. Which enzyme helps in the formation of curd? Your answer is renin. That's why remember, renin is called milk curdling enzyme. Okay, which is the milk curdling enzyme? Renin is the milk curdling enzyme that helps in converting the milk protein casein into calcium paracaseinate, which is nothing but a curd. Now, the already formed calcium paracaseinate, okay, in the presence of which one? Pepsin. In the stomach already there is an enzyme called pepsin, as well as in the presence of which one? Renin, finally broken down to what? You know the answer. Broken down to proteoses and peptones. Okay, proteoses and peptones. This is a neat point, very important. Remember that this reaction is most common in the young ones, in the children's, in the infants, because their main food, huttida makkalalli alva, their main food is what? Mother's breast milk. The mammalian milk or the mother's breast milk is rich with this particular enzyme called renin. This renin converts the milk protein casein, our diet, chikka makkalali, our milk alli, our diet enu ide, milk alli highest iruvantaddu casein. So casein's active digestion is very important. More digestion should occur. That's why which enzyme will help? Renin first convert to paracasein, which in the presence of calcium converted to calcium paracaseonate. It is occurred. This calcium paracaseonate in the presence of both pepsin and renin converted to proteoses and peptones. This reaction is most common in the young ones, in the children. Why? Because their diet is rich with this enzyme, or sorry, the protein casein. Their main part of the diet is mother's milk. But as the child grows, okay, as we reach adult stage, the production of renin enzyme almost decreases, or you may say stop. In my and your case, okay, in both of our case, as the young ones grow, the production of renin enzyme, what happens? Decreases. Yake makkalu belita hoda hage our diet change agate. From milk, more dependency on the mother milk, they started depending on other food alwa. Hagagi ಬೆಳೆಯುವ ಮಕ್ಕಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಪ್ರಾಯಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುವಾಗ in the adults, the production of renin almost decreases, or you can say stop. So that's why this reaction is common in whom? Children. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಕೇಳಬಹುದು, ಸರ್ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ರೆನಿನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಮಿಲ್ಕ್ ಕುಡಿಯೋದು ಬೇಡವಾ? ನೋ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್. ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ಕೇಶನ್ ಡೈಜೆಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ವಿತ್ ದ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೆಪ್ಸಿನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ, ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಫ್ ವಿಚ್ ಒನ್? The trypsin they will do. But in the children, their main part of the diet is milk, which is rich with casein. So that's why there was a need of which one? Renin. So namgu kuda milkina avashyakate ide, which is the source of other proteins and carbohydrates. But remember, this particular enzyme with advancing age, what happens? Decreases, or you can say stop. So a 5-mark question, explain protein digestion. You have to start from stomach. You have to write up to the formation of amino acids. It is a 5-mark. In the board's exam, you need not to write the action of renin.